Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the X-Universe. I am the Heizmeister, and this is episode 9 of X4 Foundations. I am currently in the sector Antigone Memorial. Yeah, it all comes back to me now. And between this and the last episode, I have been steadily improving our economy. In fact, I have taken the first steps to laying our economic foundation in the X-Universe. But before we concern ourselves with this, we are on an important mission right now. Bozotar has been trying to communicate with me, and he seems to be rather agitated about something. Something has happened. The Void. Hello. Something has happened at our headquarters, and he didn't sound very calm. He sounded rather agitated, as I said. Also, I've gained a few promotions with two factions, which means I'm now at a higher standing with them, and I'm able to buy additional modules and ships. And of course, we are still on our lovely Spring Blossom, a corvette of the Katana class. Right then, let's take an overview first before we concern ourselves with Bozotar's problem, who is probably going to make it our problem. So, I have employed various Manticore tug ships that are operating near conflict zones, such as this one here, where there are many wrecks to be found, and these wrecks can be safely towed away to any nearby recycling facility. These recycling facilities are right now in Pioneer space, so it does require a captain with a certain level of experience to be able to navigate all these sectors back to pioneering space. Then I have continued to explore the other sectors, uncovering new stations and placing resource probes here and there to aid our mining operations. Right, where to next? Oh yeah, here. The Xenon have been rather active in this area. This jump gate here leads directly to a Xenon sector. And you can see, a K-destroyer has now made its way into this sector and is happily firing away at pretty much every single vessel that dares stray near it. There are many wrecks here, even wrecks from L ships, which I cannot process using the Manticore tug ship, unfortunately.
Pontifex's claim.
Yeah. And most importantly, talking about laying an economic foundations, I have placed our first station, or I'm currently in the process of building this station. Let's see. This is basically a station with a Terran base structure, so Terran connections and Terran power grid, as well as Terran docking stations and connectors. This station is a all-in-one hull parts factory. Basically, it only requires mining ships to deliver the raw resources, and the hull parts will then be produced. Now, why am I doing this? Because I wish to support the Argon economy. The Argon are quite in a rather difficult situation here. They have to defend their sectors against the Xenon incursions coming from here and here, and they also are in a war with the Holy Order of the Pontifex, which means, well, we have to do something to support the Argon economy. And make a quick buck on the side.
You are here to deal with that sensor distorting ship?
Yeah.
Your much anticipated arrival fills me with considerable relief and delight.
Hello.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
How do I... there we go. A sensor distorting ship. You have seen the scanning pulses there. Bozutar has not only notified me of some intrusion into our station, but there's also a ship which is apparently performing some invasive scans. Yeah, you can see the scanner pulses again, and Bozutar is apparently not happy with this. Completely forgetting, of course, that this station is still in my possession, not his, though he seems to claim otherwise. Okay, let's see. Let's do this mission with the ship after we have docked at the station and resolved a rather unusual situation there. I'm afraid the intrusive scans have to continue until we have solved this issue. I foresee some interesting developments happening in the near future. Also, I'm short on cash once again. Station construction is consuming quite a lot of resources. Always nagging this.
Quickly!
Yes.
Come in.
Hello.
I cannot be sure, but it seems like we have an intruder.
Oh.
Perhaps some long-dormant entity has awoken inside this facility. Or maybe beings from the parallel realm have found a way through.
What?
Sorry to disappoint. It's just little old me. Don't look so shocked. I should be the one who's surprised to see you running this place, of all people.
Intruder,
Hey.
would you be so kind as to take 2 steps back so that I can enact the purge protocols?
And you, dear Boron. A group of Split approached me to track you down.
Oh.
Luckily for you, I find such tasks rather troublesome.
Hello, Mr. Buster. Glad to see that you are still in one piece and not part of the space debris that was your ship.
After the scale plate situation worsened, my ship was targeted. We didn't have much of a chance and only a handful of us managed to escape in our pods. Once I was sure the survivors were safe, I started to piece together what happened.
I hear. I see now. Okay, what happened to Reen?
Reen turned herself in to the Argon police. She's working with them to help disrupt scale plate activities in Argon space. It appears that she didn't follow my instructions closely enough.
A plan which hinges on the conduct of criminal madmen is not much of a plan at all.
If you
Thank you,
observe
Bozo.
something long enough, you can account for anything, even madmen.
Well, looks like that happens if you don't stick to the plan.
I started to hear rumors of a mysterious station appearing out of nowhere. Given that I just lost my pride and joy, I was looking for a new start. So, I broke in.
So
I was
you
expecting
did.
to sweet-talk some top-secret government folks, but everything led to the Boron. And you.
You are an interloper.
I'm the best damn interloper this side of the multiverse. With my analytic abilities, your resources, and the Boron's prickly demeanor, we can do anything. What do you say?
Now you're speaking my language. We can do anything. Yes, with his analytical abilities and Bozotar's scientific knowledge and over-enthusiasm and my probably deep pockets, we could do anything indeed. Let's give it a try.
You won't regret it. I'll start measuring this room up so I can get my equipment in.
I will do no such thing. This is my laboratory.
This is his
You'll hardly know
laboratory.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, Del Buster
You
has
know that standard issue spacesuits
joined the
come with
party.
an engine boost? No need to trundle along at a major snail's pace.
I have already fitted an engine boost. Thank you. Yeah, Del Buster has joined the party. Everyone. We now have an analytical mastermind and info broker next to our over-enthusiastic scientist. What a team. Right. So much for that. Let's change the mission to finding this. Cease and desist. Reward Bozotar's peace of mind. Well, if that isn't reward enough for me. Set to active and find the unidentified vessel. Let's do some scanning of our own. Ooh. Something just pinged. And I saw something against the background of space and my scanner pulse. I saw a silhouette. Huh. Hello there. Find the person in charge. Okay.
Okinawa. Research.
This is the Oberth, an Okinawa-class freighter, apparently converted to some kind of scientific research ship. Various antennae can be found here, and an interesting structure. Now, I cannot land on this ship, since I'm in a corvette, so an M-class ship, or size M ship. I have to take the spacesuit.
Katana.
Depending on how we proceed in the coming
Okinawa.
hours
Research.
and episodes, we might be able to afford either an entirely new ship or a ship of a larger type.
Docking granted.
Okay, let's do this the old-fashioned way. Don't mind me just floating in. Oh, with entirely new ship, I mean, of course, another size M ship that has actually a little dock for an S-class ship. Wait, I know this friendly face. Hello, Dr. Rick.
Greetings. I am Dr. Rick Feynman, Chief Scientist of the Oberth and in charge of Project Genesis.
I know.
Wait, Najia Takio? Is it really you? I'm
Well-
glad you made it. We didn't expect biological matter to have survived this transition. As I was saying, we are looking into how this station got here. Our research vessel is currently observing anomalies in gravimetric shears in this region.
Yes, that you are, indeed. I am biomatter, and I'm still very much intact. That is correct. What's Project Genesis?
I'm sorry to inform you that you currently lack the required clearance to access this information. Anything else?
Well, since my clearance is not high enough, what do you need?
We are currently lacking antimatter cells to complete our observations. If you can organize a delivery to this vessel, we'll be able to greatly advance our timetable.
It appears that they are researching the same anomaly which brought the station over here.
Oh,
Most of the gravimetric charge dispersed during that event, but they brought quite an array of equipment to examine the traces. Let us hope that this satisfies their curiosity and leads to their departure.
okay, Bozo just wants to
Will
go.
they be able to use those traces?
Just barely. This examination proves most useful for reconstructing the events of the electrical discharge.
Right, we need to deliver 10 units of antimatter cells to the Oberth. So, there should be a ship parked here. It's a buzzard, which should have enough cargo space to basically deliver 10 antimatter cells. Now, where can I get those? Probably at the antimatter cell factory. Might be worth a try. Right then, give me 10 of those. The spacious cargo space, which is rather common on Teladi vessels, is very much coming in handy there. Come here. Yeah. Board? No. Then trade with... There we go. Right. Where's my katana?
Katana. Docking granted.
Thank you for your continued assistance.
Yes!
We need your help in putting this antimatter to good use. We will need ships at the specified locations to initiate a synchronized long-range scan. We will be enlisting, but if you have any friends who can join us, now would be a good time to ask them along.
Position ships at the specified locations. Okay. Let's see. We do have some friends here. I will simply use one of my ships that's currently in the sector. For example, the Buzzard Vanguard here
We've found something out here.
is a relatively quick ship. Hang on. Collect the logbox if you are able. Fly and wait to the nav beacon. We will fly to one nav beacon as well, and I'll get the Osprey Vanguard that was hunting some pirates to fly to this nav beacon. And there seems to be a combined asteroid and gas pocket here, indicated by this purple hexagon.
It looks like you're positioning your ship for the synchronized scan.
Yes.
Please try to be precise. We don't want junk readings cluttering up our database.
Yeah,
Once you
sure.
initiate the scan from your ship, the other captains will follow your lead.
Fine by me, but first let me take care of an intruder here. There is a Xenon M. Currently completely ignore me. I really need those upgraded proton barrages. Okay, initiate the long-range scan.
Very good. We are receiving the data stream. We've got what we were after. Thank you for your support.
You're welcome.
Far from home, short on hands, and have additional tasks which need doing. Please meet me on our ship to discuss our next steps.
Wait, we aren't finished yet. Okay, let's discuss our next steps then. Also, speaking of next steps, I wish to start a salvaging operation in this sector here, now with so many wrecks around. The thing is though that you need pilots of a certain level to start salvaging, automatic salvage operation, which is kind of difficult. You either have to no trades found. You either have to transfer them, or yeah, basically do it manually. But this is very inefficient. Or to supply them with seminars and train them. Oh, it's a scrap processing factory. Is this not accepting raw scrap? Apparently it isn't. Logical overview here. I don't think this is the right station I'm looking for.
Okinawa Research. Katana.
Hello. Hello.
Okinawa Research.
Alright then, time to discuss our next steps in this project with Dr. Rick Feynman.
Greetings.
Hello.
Losing access to our research facility was what prompted this expedition. You, of course, witnessed this firsthand. Now we have not only located our facility, but also taken precautions. If it disappears from under our noses again, we won't have such a hard time tracking it down.
Well, I would like to actually get an answer. What exactly happened there?
You must surely have heard stories about the Boron, once known as a wise and noble people. The community of planets hasn't heard anything from them in quite a while, so we don't know what happened to them after the gate shut down, or even if there are any of them left out there.
That is concerning.
However, one of them is still among us.
Hey,
From what we
among
can
us.
gather, he is a renegade and has turned criminal. Can't really blame him. If I were trapped in the midst of Agnu societies for decades, I too would be tempted to take advantage, one way or the other. This one chose to take our station to reside in. Anything else?
Yeah, I don't like this our station. I'd rather prefer my station. Information do you have on the boron?
After Sagarian intelligence identified the boron as the perpetrator in this incident, we had them dig deeper. He had connections to split criminals. They, however, went off-grid and remain somewhat of a mystery. Either way, the boron is well connected among and backed by various shady characters.
Ooh.
His own technical proficiency, paired with the criminal network he built around himself, makes him capable of anything. Do not underestimate this criminal. Anything else?
Criminal boron? That's quite the accusation there. Could we negotiate with the boron? Because I already know.
Despite the noble reputation the boron hold, this particular specimen has clearly signaled his intentions by stealing a station. Since we can't be sure what else he might be capable of, it's imperative that we don't make him see us as his enemy. We can't risk making him aware of our intent. Otherwise, we won't stand a chance against any measures he decides to take. Proceed with caution, and do not allow any intel to be leaked to the boron. Anything else?
Yeah, about that. I'm pretty sure Bozota is monitoring our comms, but... you know. So, what's your plan?
We've prepared some software which will help us regain access, but our ship isn't really inconspicuous enough to plant it on our station. The malware should be subtle enough to go unnoticed by the current occupant. It will be your job to plant it at this location, identified by our analyst. According to the annotation on the station plans, there should be a signal leak next to what looks like either a valve or a window, but you'll find out when you get there.
So, they basically, well, they don't know, this Dr. Rick Feynman has maybe the wrong impression of Bozota, or we have the wrong impression of him, but it seems to now be my task to sabotage my own station. Yeah, sure. Spacesuit. Sabotaging my own station.
Katana.
Why not?
Docking granted.
Also, I don't know if my Baldric auto-trader there escaped, because pilots, skilled pilots, are way more valuable than any ship. Let me just make... check it again. Oh, more Xenon are coming through the gate. That was... Black Hole Sun, I think, is where he got attacked. Well, so much for the pirate. Scan. Grand Exchange Headquarters. I will do so. Yeah, this is going to be an awkward situation. What am I supposed to tell either Bozota if he hasn't been listening in?
Assistant!
Yeah.
What in the name of the Queen do you think you are doing here? Will this help the vexatious ship to conclude its interfering business? Well, I suppose it will. In that case, please be so kind as to infiltrate the station with their malware so that I can take a look at it.
You had better keep up appearances so as to not arouse suspicion. And if Bozo has it under control, all the better.
Okay, so he does know what's happening. I wouldn't have expected anything else. Also, this signal leak is definitely not on a window or a wall, valve. Just saying. Scanner mode activated. And let's scan the signal leak. A little bit closer, maybe?
Assistant, I have fabulous news indeed.
Oh.
I took a look at their malware, and I'm quite sure I have figured out what the Zagarian researchers are after. I am sending you the file I prepared for them. Please deliver it to their chief scientist with my best regards.
Yeah, he's going to be quite
Docking
surprised.
limited.
Downloading engineering blueprints. Okay. Well, Bozotar might have performed an unauthorized experiment on the station, but he is a well-mannered and good-natured Boron. So I think there's nothing to be concerned about. Those scientists, however, will be quite surprised. I'm sure of it. And once again, I underestimated the engine power of this katana. It's quite strong, going in a straight. I mean, quite fast, going in a straight line. Slowing down, not so much.
Okinawa. Research.
Qualitative research on Sigarian terraforming. I'm quite interested.
What is it now?
Sir, the Boron gave me this, and he also gave me his kind regards.
What is this? He gave you our research? Unbelievable! But you were supposed to plant software. How did that happen?
He basically uploaded it to my ship.
I clearly underestimated this Boron and his capabilities. This means we can continue with Project Genesis. It is our uttermost priority. We'd better not make an enemy of the Boron, so we'll leave him in possession of our station for the time being. We'll have to come back better prepared if we want to recover our station.
I see. What will you do now?
I didn't think we'd make progress this fast. Regardless, we could do with a little more of your assistance. You'll be helping one of our associates in acquiring research that is vital to Project Genesis.
Okay, what's this Project Genesis about?
In short, our future. The Cigaris pioneers aspire to take a step up in the galactic community. Project Genesis will help us build a foundation for our new future.
Oh, title drop. So, who am I working
An
with?
independent scientist. Let me contact them.
Oh.
Greetings. We are sending you the pilot you requested.
Is this creature qualified?
Yes. No, don't worry. This one's at least a 2-star pilot.
At least?
Expecting her at the experiment site.
Okay, she is heading your way. That's settled. Report to Kuramon Kami. They are experimenting with a phenomenon in the void and will instruct you on your part once you get there. This may seem unconnected at first, but rest assured, you are helping mold our future. It seems that you are missing crucial spacesuit equipment. Take this with you. It will be useful later on.
Thank you.
What is it exactly that they're trying to achieve?
Yeah, that's a good question.
They are hoping to colonize a planet as a new home for their people. The Terrans once meddled with such terraforming technology, which resulted in the creation of the Xenon. Let us hope that the Cigaris pioneers are not repeating their mistake.
Thank you, Bozotar. Right, this has been quite the development. Also, we are currently making best speed out of the system, and my ship is probably leaving me behind. Oh, there she is, the Katana, being dragged along, thanks to this feature in X4 where a capital ship, or at least a L-size ship, can drag along smaller ships that are near it. I think this feature was also present in X-Rebirth.
Docking granted.
Otherwise, it would have been quite a long flight in the spacesuit back to my Katana. Well, the Katana could come to me, of course. That would be fast. Right. Looks like we have our mission. Let's leave the Cigaris pioneers and say goodbye. They can move on with their travels. We have other projects to monitor. First and foremost, probably the creation of our hull parts factory, and we need to talk to a freelance scientist located in the Void. Something about a science project and an anomaly that is apparently only present in the Void. However, that will be something we will take on in the next episode. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of X4 Foundations. I am the Heizmeister, saying goodbye from the Spring Blossom, our Katana Corvette, and looks like we've made some new friends with the Cigares Pioneers. Not that we were on bad terms before, but...
The irritating ship has gone.
Yeah.
Finally! The Great Reef Nebula is no longer cloistering itself behind that peculiar radiation. Well done, Assistant.
Thanks. You're welcome. Can I have my station back?